Hey, Aloha remote marketing agency owners. I can't even talk today. You don't understand. Right before we went live, I about died. I went to take a breath and I just started coughing uncontrollably. Look how red my face is. My eyes are watering. I was like, I had to I'm trying to compose myself so we can go live. And then, now I can't even talk.
Send a crash card.
Do I look like I've been crying? I'll be like, Nick was being mean to me before we got on the live show. I got my feelings hurt.
I was pressuring him.
Yeah, pressuring me. Well, welcome to the Aloha Friday Marketing Jam Session. I know that was a little bit of a rocky start, but we're excited you're here. We have a very special guest who I just saw pop up in the green room. That's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love that.
I see him down there.
Nick
hiding.
Nick is moving into a new house and doing the live show, so that's good.
Yeah, I signed a lease on this house, short term, and put an offer in on a house to buy in the same day. And so I just moved into this one this morning. You can probably hear a little bit of echo. There's nothing in this house at all.
Yep.
But yeah, so it looks kind of like my office at my house in Maui, though, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Like the same paint color scheme. I was like the same paint color scheme. Awesome. Well, listen, we have a great show lined up. We are going to talk about doing offline in an online world, how those two can come together and help you land more clients, close more deals, sell more services. One of my favorite, next to Nick and Cameron, probably one of my most favorite people in the world is on this call today. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I'm excited.
Why don't I cue up the intro and then, we'll jump in. All right, I'm going to cue up the intro. Here we go.
Ready for the fastest 60 minutes of strategies and tactics to build your remote business from anywhere in the world?
Wait a minute. You know what, Nick? We have a new intro.
Oh, what? That's right.
Let's try this. I just saw it here. Let's cue the new intro.
It's now time. The moment you've been waiting for. Get ready for the fastest 60 minutes of marketing strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. After 167 agonizing hours, they've finally returned. From the sun-soaked Sin City and the sandy shores of Maui, Hawaii, now back for a brand new Aloha Marketing Jam Session. It's your hosts, the Offline Sharks and Remote Millionaires, Tom Gaddis and Nick Ponte.
I didn't think we had that uploaded. And then I just saw it there.
Wow.
Oh, wait, we should probably... Hold on. The crowd's going wild.
Yes.
Settle down, everyone. Settle down, please.
Keep it down out there.
Please, settle down. They must know who's in the green room.
They do
That's
know
what's going on there. Let me rearrange some of this stuff so we don't have any issues later. Okay. All right, awesome. Well, today we're going to be talking about how to generate online with offline revenue, combine those two. What do you think? Should we do the shout outs now and bring our guest on, or just bring our guest on?
I think we should do them at the end.
Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Should we do them at the end, or I want to get our guest out here because last time we had him on, I feel like we didn't have enough time to talk to him.
That, and there's something I want to talk about, which we have never really talked about before, which is like where you got started with this and working with him. And
what are you talking about? I came up with all this stuff myself, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm just that smart.
From anybody. Right. And then, I don't think people know that is actually like one of the ways that we got into internet marketing. Because we don't really talk about the origin story that much and how it actually happened. But this gentleman that we're about to introduce and bring into the show with us right now, who is like a total beast, right? I can see him in the green room right now. He's working. He's like still working. He's like, do this. I see him right now. He's probably like, He is working. I'm excited to bring him out. Let's bring him out, Tom.
Well, here, let me give you a little background here. Then we'll bring him out.
All right,
okay?
all right.
All right. So I was in Maui, right? And I had gotten fired from the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. And I was trying to get my agency off the ground. And so I was doing everything that most people recommended, right? Like, first of all, I thought like I was going to get rich selling mobile marketing on Maui because no one at the time had a mobile optimized website. Nobody was doing text messages. And like, I just looked around and saw dollar signs and thought, this is my ticket. Like, this is gonna make me rich. I didn't sell one mobile website or SMS customer. And I was getting meetings, but I wasn't closing any deals for anything. Like, I was trying to sell websites. I was trying to sell SEO. And like, you know, probably like maybe a lot of you are on this call, like I was just getting started. So I had nothing to back me up. I had no, you know, I really didn't have a lot of credibility and things like that. And so I was really struggling. And then I came across this course on the Warrior Forum. And it was by Bob Ross, not the painter, Bob Ross. And it was $50.
Much better looking Bob Ross.
Yeah, much better looking Bob Ross. It was $50, Nick. $50. And I was like, oh my God, like that is like an insane amount of money. I've never paid $50 for anything in my life. But I went ahead and I bought it. And he had a strategy in there using direct mail. And so I implemented the strategy and I got like 16 clients in 7 days. I was like, what the heck? Like it was just a hit right out of the gate. And then what happened after that was I was able to go back to these clients that had paid me. And I was like, all of a sudden, all of the struggles I was having trying to sell digital marketing just kind of melted away because now I had these people that knew who I was. I had delivered something for them. Like they had worked, like they trusted me. They knew me, they trusted me. And I was able to start closing digital marketing deals and continue to do this. So that's our guest today. His screen name is Bob Ross, but his real name is Jake. And we're going to bring him out and we're going to get chatting. So what's going on, Jake?
How are you guys?
We're great.
It's good seeing you. I haven't been on live stream in a long time. The quality's a lot better. Like it streams a lot better. It's been like 3 years.
Oh yeah, your video and stuff looks great. I love the checks cash sign in the back.
It always looks great. You know what's funny is Jake, remember 3 years ago or something too? Like you came out with a super high quality video shot. You know, your office was looking fantabulous. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? That looks amazing. And I had no idea about like video and YouTube and all that stuff. And like you gave me like my first tips on how to shoot.
I did. I think I wrote you a big, we talked on the phone. I wrote you a big thing. Like, yep.
Dude, I circled back to that thing like 300 times while I was trying to source my gear and put it together and all that shit. But like, man, you saved me so much. And you actually gave me my start in the video too, which is crazy.
Appreciate it. Yeah. No, a lot of like, and it doesn't matter. You can have like a $20,000 camera. It doesn't matter. People buy these crazy cameras. You can do it with, you know, a lot less equipment with the right lighting, with the right settings. It's just knowing how to set everything up right. Yeah. I actually have too. I have a really big space behind me in another room, and we've all summer long, we've been trying to, I'm going to set like 2 or 3 different backdrops for different stuff, but we just haven't gotten. But I made a podcast room with all the sound panels. I just haven't used it yet, but we're building a whole bunch of stuff back there. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Good
it's really
stuff,
good.
Man. Well, You too. We were just talking about how, you helped Tom get into the space really with his first mailer. And
well, not just me too, like Jason Bell started with the 9x12 mailer. I like lots of people have done that thing.
Yeah. And there's people like there's a lot of people, this, like they'll do it, then they won't do it for like 2 or 3 years, then they'll be like, why did I stop doing that? And then they go back, go back. Or sometimes you need like, sometimes you lose clients along the way and you need to pick up again, and that's a good way to just get a bunch of people into your agency pretty quick for whatever you sell. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't. That thing sells like crazy. Well, the other side of that too, really like the only reason we're on this live show too. Like you're a direct, like you have some direct tie into that as well, because, you know, when I launched the agency and I started to have success, I wanted to put out a course on how I was doing that 9x12. And I reached out to Jake and I was like, hey man, like would this bother you? Do you care if I do it?
Really cool
and
that you did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was really nice of you to be like, yeah, man. Like, and not only that, you were like, dude, I'll mail for you. Yeah. And like, you were at the time, like one of the biggest affiliates on Warrior Plus. And so when you mailed, you like killed it.
I want to say that I sent you 1,000 sales of people. Yeah.
I think probably like half of what I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And you had a huge, your thing went off really good. And yeah, people don't like, I tell Scott Meisner, you know, he's in both of our groups. Like, a lot of people think, you know, I don't have anything unique to add to it, but I love seeing anyone, if you've done any system that you guys do, that I do, I think you should, if you've seen success with it, you should make how you did it, your processes, and people will find that unique and put it up for sale. As long as you've done it, as long as you've actually done it. I like that. Everyone always has something unique that they can add to it. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Will you bring yourself to it?
And I've seen you promote, like there have been a number of people that have, you know, done following your method, your blueprint, put their own spin on it. You've promoted them. You've helped them build up like an internet marketing situation as well, where they, you know, they potentially bring in a bunch of customers. And man, it's just really awesome to see, you know, and even. And
they realize, wait, Nick, then they realize that that's actually more work than just going out and working with local clients.
It's true. It's true.
Fun on the first time. Then you realize this is a lot of work. Maybe it'll be nice just to work with some local people again.
It's true. And that's why a lot of people that get into the internet marketing thing, they kind of fall off the map because it is a lot of work, you know? And like for Tom and I, so it's crazy because, you know, you put out that product, Tom did it himself, then he put out a product, you promoted it, Tom and I started working together. He wouldn't have ever been able to put that product out if it weren't for you. And him and I wouldn't have ever released our first product together if it weren't for that, you know? So that ripple effect, like Offline Sharks, Remote Millionaires wouldn't even be here if none of that happened.
And you guys still work with local people, which is important because you lose your grasp of reality if you're training people how to work with local clients, but you're not doing it yourself. Like you lose that. You lose your skill after a while, but you guys stay on top. It's like me, always working with local clients still, so everything's fresh still when we teach.
I think that's a key thing right there that you hit, because that's what happens to a lot of people that start putting out courses. They either they think it's a lot of work, or they're like, oh, I like this a lot better than working with clients. So they stop working with clients because it is a lot of work and they got to focus on both one or the other. And then their stuff suffers, right? Because they're not in that day-to-day thing. But I mean, I love that one video you put out. You did a video a while back where you just like walked into a place and sold them on a direct mail thing. I think it was like a pizza place or something. Like you did some videos of you just walking into businesses and talking to them. Yeah, those were great.
Yeah, I should do more of those. Yeah.
You should do more of those. Those are amazing.
We should do more of those, Carrie. We should do more, like when we go into the places and stuff.
Yeah, those are awesome.
You know, I think one of the only reasons that Tom and I actually survived and growing as fast as we have in the internet marketing world is because there's two of us, you know, because we continue to do the agency thing and we do the internet marketing. But I mean, and only as of late have we really been able to kind of divide and conquer in those two spaces together. But man, it's like you said, you know, it's a lot of work, and most people they don't make it through it, you know.
No.
It's a ton. Well, hey, one of the things we want to talk about today, before we get too sidetracked here, is you have some new little courses and things that are out on doing solo postcard mailers, right?
I do.
Yeah. Why don't you tell people a little bit about that strategy and what it entails?
Yeah. It's been really popular. I've had, I've put out a lot of guides and products over the years. But this is one that's been really, 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 people have been seeing a lot of success with it. It's selling simple solo campaigns. Like like this, like a landscaper, like just instead of sharing a postcard, like a lot of people know me for sharing multiple ads. There's just one, like selling these really fast campaigns. Realtors, you know, they do a ton of these things. There's political right now. There's like, you have no clue how much money politicians will spend on political mailings. I'm talking wiring you $50,000, like get this out immediately. That kind of money, like there's an insane amount of money just in like political mailings alone. But contractors, remodelers, realtors, they all want, it's hard to, like Facebook ads and stuff. It gets expensive. It gets complicated. They're looking for something else that they can try. Solo mailers are really receptive right now. If you can talk to people cold, you can message people, email people cold and pick up these deals really fast. It really works. And you don't have to, it's 100% hands off, or you can fulfill. It's easy to fulfill. It's just simple. Getting a postcard out to the right neighborhoods. That's all it is. People love that.
You have this this angle that you talk about. Like, I've read it in a lot of your emails where you're like, I could go into any town, any business, I could move anywhere I wanted and have more business than anybody else in, you know, a day or two or whatever, than anybody selling SEO and websites. And
I'm not putting those down.
No, I know you are.
Down at all. Yeah.
Not at all. I would never take it that way. I know you're, you know, playing to your skill sets and what you love to do and what you're good at. And I think everybody should obviously do that. But the reason I brought that up is because I think it would be great to hear why you that is your strength. You know, what makes it easy, and why could everybody here also relate to that? Like, what, you know,
sure, why
would they want to do it? Because I know there's a lot of things that you know that you can get through and make happen that most people can. There's a lot of advantages to doing what you do in contrast to doing, you know, what our agency like is the meat and potatoes of our agency. So, you know, yeah, tell us about that.
I think, and I'm a big proponent of that. If you're going to sell something complicated, and SEO is a kind of complicated thing. That if it's hard to sell, if it's something that's hard to sell, it's better off that you sell something really easy to sell first. And then you can sell more complicated stuff, because I don't do SEO. It's out of my wheelhouse. I have blinders on to what I do not sell SEO. But I could pick up the phone right now or send an email, and I could sell SEO plans to my clients all day long because they trust me. Mm-hmm. I don't have to sell SEO. You could tell me whatever. You could say, hey, Jake, I've got this really great reputation thing or something. I could just sell it all day because my existing clients trust me. So I don't have to sell these complicated things. So if that's you or whoever, the marketer that sells a complicated service, it's better to sell, in my opinion, to sell something that's really simple, and then they trust you, and then you can sell that thing. So we'll get that out of the way, if that makes sense. Postcards and printing, I saw a lot of printing too, but are just super simple, like cold sells. And that's why I firmly believe I could go in any town, anywhere, and I would have more clients in a day than I don't think anyone else would outsell me, because the stuff that I do and that I teach sells so fast. Plus I have a personality. I have a lot of sales experience. But postcards, direct mailing is very easy for people to grasp. Digital marketers think in terms of keywords and ads and news feeds and keyword data and people searching. Whereas when I talk to business owners, I talk about neighborhoods and reaching people in older homes, reaching people with certain incomes. These are things that are very easy for them to grasp, rather than keywords and searches and all these technical terms they don't understand. So I talk in terms like neighborhoods, and maybe you want to target, what if we could just target everyone in this neighborhood or in the south part of town, or people that are just homeowners. Those are things that they instantly grasp. And it's like, yeah, wow, that would be really good. Is that possible? Like, can we just reach homeowners? And like a postcard can do that. So it's very easy visually in their mind to grasp, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And no one else is selling it. No one else. They've never been called in the past about a postcard campaign. It's like there's no one else doing it. So you don't have any of that. You're not fighting for digital marketing, not to knock it, but they get pounded with digital marketing all the time. This gives you another thing that's fresh, that's new, that makes sense to them without a lot of selling. It's just talking, just mentioning a few things. It clicks in their brain.
Well, one of the experiences that I had with it too was like, one is, you're right, like people instantly get it. They understand like, oh, we send an offer out, people bring the offer in. It's trackable to them because they see how many people bring that stuff, how many, they can see the people that bring the cards in. But also too, building that trust, right? Like they just don't know who to trust when it comes to digital because of
that's all it is.
Because people are just hitting them up. And like I used to have clients.
You guys gotta have, I don't mean to interrupt. You guys got to have assistants. I have assistants. She just brings me a bottle of water because she could tell I'm talking a lot. So she just came over here to hand the bottle of water. That's great. Go ahead. So you're in Maui. Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
So yeah, well, I had people like, I would tell people after they had been on like one of my postcards, I would say, look, if I know digital marketing, if anybody calls you and tries to sell you digital marketing services, like talk to me. I can tell you what's good, what's bad. And literally they would call me up and be like, oh, this person was talking to me about Google My Business. What is that? And then I would a lot of times just sell them the service myself. Yes, or I would say, look, just give the guy my number and tell him that I'm your marketing person. Exactly. And he'll call me and then I'll report back to you.
That's all it is. It's that trust. Yeah. I find myself doing a lot less having to sell. Like if I were to look at my sales pitches when I started, they're a lot longer, more complex. Now it's more of this trust-based thing. And that's probably just how things have evolved because so many people were burned and continue to get burned. They don't know who to trust. They just want someone to trust. And I'm going to tell you, I do this all the time. I can't even begin to tell you how much this has made me, but I give stuff away. I'll give some business cards away. I'll give little things away. And just like you said, you'll just offer, you're not really trying to sell them something. You're just offering something valuable. And then they buy, oh, I need this, I need that. What can you do for this? And it pays itself off right away often. I give stuff.
Yeah. And I think, don't you have a strategy too that uses donuts?
What?
Is that you?
Wait.
The donut strategy?
No.
Where you drop off the donuts to the office? Was that not you? Man, I thought somebody told me that was something they heard from you. The idea was just like to swing by a business and drop off donuts in the morning.
I want to say that there was one of my followers mentioned that in like a thing that I was doing, that they were using a strategy that I use. I think with sticky sellers. And they were adding that to it or something, if I can remember right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I see people say, Tom, you have the wrong person. Well, that's just right. Well, look, I found this. Look at this, Bob. Here's a picture of me and you back in San Diego not too long ago. Look at those pants you're wearing. I mean, your hair. I'm glad you changed your hair. But I was just showing everybody a picture of me and Jake back in San Diego.
Hey, I took that picture.
Yeah, Nick took this picture. Anyway, I digress. So, listen, we've got Jake here. Questions. What questions do you guys have? You have any questions about? Yeah, what we're talking about here?
I
local
can't even
marketing.
See the questions. So you got to tell me them.
So Cameron says, ask you about the black magic marketing sorcery.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
It's like I can't tell you.
Is that your answer?
It's a secret.
Oh yeah. That's really good.
There is. Oh God, you could go so far down the rabbit hole with direct mail. People don't realize how meshed in with digital it is now, and God, without getting too complicated, you can I'll simplify it this way. You can take a business, let's say a remodeling company, okay? Let's say a kitchen and bath contractor. They can spend some pretty good money generating leads. Like a lead to them is it's worth a lot, because a kitchen, the people are spending $20,000-$40,000 on a kitchen bath. And this is the same with like window replacement, anything that's higher ticket. You can take a client's list. Okay. So in direct mail, we do things all the time and anyone can do this. It's not really, it's so simplified now, but you can take a client's list of customers. You can run it through certain software where their list will then mesh all the known data of those people from their buying habits, their demographics. This is just a list of people with their addresses, what ages they are, how much money they make, what kind of car they drive, how much net worth and gold they have. And it creates a lookalike audience similar to how Facebook ads work, but it'll find other people in whatever area you want that are just like them. And those mailing lists can be extremely responsive. So I don't know if I'm making that too complicated, but you can basically take a company's list, cross-reference it against this data source, and find people that are exactly like the people that bought from them in that area. And you can mail to them. And it's insane. I mean, because there's commonalities. Like, you won't know this, but your list, say you have 1,000 customers, there are commonalities. They may all drive red Toyotas. They may have a significantly higher propensity to have children of a certain age. And it will find a common kind of like characteristics and find those people, and you can mail directly to those people, and they respond at very high rates.
Wait, are you telling me that Facebook did not invent lookalike audiences?
No,
Is that what you're saying here? That they've
been
been around
before?
It was
So it was available.
Marketers could do
It was
this.
available before that, but then in 2017, Facebook's data, the company that was like controlling Facebook's data or something, merged with Axiom, which is an offline data, and they merged together. So now all this offline data and online data became together, and now you can mail to people who are looking for certain things online. All that data is tracked. There's 1,000 data points for every person or something. Yeah,
wow,
crazy.
That is
wild.
crazy.
Because you have offline data too. There's a lot of offline data that gets captured through things like warranty registrations, Equifax, Experian. They sell your data. There's all these things. You buy something at a store, that data gets sold, and that goes into your file. This person's buying a lot of this. This person just bought this. And it just all gets mixed in online and offline. You can mail directly to those people.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen lots of stuff now where you can actually, like, when somebody visits your website, that can trigger a mailing to go out.
Definitely. It's scary. I mean, it's really scary.
Yeah.
And there's all these third-party apps. These third-party apps that listen to you and stuff. You just download an app on your phone. You hit the okay, it's all selling your data. All that stuff is sold. All your data is sold.
Well, this is a thing that you posted that I thought was interesting about the top 5 medias in 2021, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting to note that online is in the middle of the pack, right? Like you would think, oh, that's the top.
You would think.
Direct mail,
It's a little higher now. This year it got a little higher, but it's still. Direct mail is the beast of it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I know somebody asked here in the questions about, Bill wanted to know if you could go into more detail on getting the post office to send you clients. Well, go ahead.
That's a good one. There's this position in the post office called field reps. Not many people know about it. There's 2 positions that can be helpful. One is a small business development specialist. No matter where you are, you have one of these. They're in an office, a regional office near you. And those aren't that helpful. But then there's this thing called a field rep. There's this position in the post office called a field rep, and their job is to all day prospect for people to do shipping and direct mail. That's their job. And they target really big organizations, like big spenders, nonprofits, large organizations, people with some pretty powerful ad spends. Sometimes they'll spend months prospecting these people. They'll follow up with them relentlessly. They'll make any appointment they can, and they have to meet these quotas. And then they get people to do direct mail, and then they just tell them, go find a person to do direct mail. They have nowhere to send them. And often they get frustrated because they don't know where to send anyone. If you can contact these people, they will send you business. I get business all the time. My field rep has been with me at probably 6 years now. I get business all the time. And these are big deals, and they just need sources to send people to. So where else are you going to get someone that could potentially be just doing prospecting for you day in and day out?
Yeah, well, Tom, you've got a number of clients from the post office in Maui, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, so there's two things there.
Even
I know
the local post office. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just going to the local post office helps. There was a lady, we actually had her on a training for the Shark Alliance, and she was an EDDM rep. She was a field rep. So her job was to go around and get people to do EDDM. But then, just like you said, they have nothing to offer them when they agree. So, but she also did some stuff on PR. We had her on a training. It was really, really great. Faith McKinney was her name.
Business owners go to the post office all the time, and they're like, how do I hear about the mail? How do I do a mailing? And they don't know where the heck to send people. So if you,
well, when I went in there the first time, they were just giving out a flyer. And so after I'd done a couple of mailings, they asked me, they were like, hey, do you have business cards? And like, they would literally hand my business cards out to anybody that came in and asked about Every Door direct mail, because they did it all. I mean, all they could do was process the mailing. They had no idea. And it was really funny because people would call me all the time and be like, hey, the post office gave me your number. And, but it was really just the simple act of going in there, letting them know, like they saw what I was doing, talking to them, dropping off business cards from time to time, and just being nice. It's funny because Nick, when the girls were back in Maui, they were back, like I haven't been in Maui for a year now, and they were just there a couple of weeks ago, and they went in the post office, and the lady at the post office was like, oh my gosh, you're Tom Gaddis's daughters, aren't you? Oh, how's he doing? What happened to him? We haven't seen his mailings in a while. Like, it's just crazy.
That's funny.
You can make, and like that, you can become kind of like a little local celebrity. So it's good to, I don't need to, because I've got a lot of clients, and I don't have to put out postcards like I used to. Sometimes I can't even just handle more, but I still put them out semi-regularly because I need to keep my name. I need to keep my brand in the community, because then people, it just grows. People see that and they're like, oh, you're the postcard guy. Oh, I love those postcards. When are you doing another postcard? And I'm able to get clients and stay fresh and use that as leverage. I use that as credibility a lot. So sometimes local marketers, they have trouble because they don't have credibility. You can put out a little postcard and you're credible. You're instantly credible. I'm the guy that runs this, that does this. You get credibility really, really fast.
It's true.
Like
it's amazing.
I do these little things here. I call them community cards. They're just, you can put like 16 ads on here. You can sell them for 100, 200 a piece, and you can make $1,000+ profit. But you can just, send it to your neighborhood, to just the local neighborhood, and you get all the businesses on it, and you got instant credibility. And
so what's the elevator pitch on something like that? Like, you're putting 10, 12, sometimes just a couple people 16, on one of those 17, cards. Right. But so, I know sometimes you go after a different industry and you target, a specific niche, but what's the elevator pitch that you generally do to get somebody on board with one of those? Because they're paying you, what's a range of somebody that pays you for one of those mailers?
200. It's gone up because with inflation and stuff, and that's, you should,
supply chain.
The way inflation is, just raise your prices. Everyone's raising their prices. Just do it.
Right.
You can get away on 2,500 pieces of these, which is a really small quantity. You can get away with $200, $250 per space for these. It's still a pretty good deal. 10 cents each a piece or so. And you can sell these through Facebook ads or messages, not Facebook ads, Facebook messages. Just message businesses. Say, hey, I'm putting together a postcard. It's going to all of whatever neighborhood or this town or these neighborhoods. Is this something you'd want to be on? That can be as simple as that. And then they'll ask you how much or whatever. I never give them a price because I want them to say, hey, how much is it? That means they're interested. It's quick, easy sales, fast.
You generally just show it to them. Show them.
I don't even show it to them. I just say it. And then these are templated. This is my new thing. Past couple years, I template everything. They're all the same. I don't do the design ads individually anymore. It takes so much time, costs too much money. So I just template everything. Even on 9x12s, I template it all the same. If you want something custom, you're going to pay for it, but it's just templated. You get on the ad.
That's
and
so
you get
funny.
Out.
That's great.
Man, so when I met Tom, when I first met Tom, he was doing the 9x12, right? And one of the things that we very first started working together on was I started helping him make the actual design for the ads on one of his 9x12s. And Tom, man, what if you just templated out all the ads? I mean,
makes it super easy, right?
That's such a pain in the ass to have. I mean, like if you don't have a solution, right? If you're new and all that, and it's a pain in the ass. But if you have a solution, then that's great.
Yeah,
man, that's such a good
template on things. Well, get it over and done with. Yeah. Fast.
Another question I had. So for anybody that's new to direct mail or somebody, because here's the thing. Tom and I always talk about this. You know, some people, they see direct mail and it goes one of two ways. They're like, oh no, I don't want to do direct mail. Or they immediately get it and they realize like, I can do that. I can totally do that. And then they just go ham and they crush it. And, you know, they're making products and you're publishing them and you see them in your community all the time. I mean, people have, you know, tremendous success with this.
One deal and can pay your car, can pay. I mean, these are bigger. These can be pretty big profits.
Yeah.
I would recommend that people just try one. Like, just do one. If you just do one, like you don't ever have to do another one, but just do one. Like, pocket some cash and see.
And so the solo mail, I got these solo. I've the past month I put out these 3 guides for solo mailers. Because sometimes people, you know, it can be a challenge. You got to sell 12 ads, 16 ads on a shared postcard. But a solo mailer, you can send out a few emails a day, and you might end up with 2 or 3 of these campaigns in a week or 2. And now all of a sudden, you've got someone spending a whole bunch of money with you, and just on a few emails, and you don't have to fulfill 10 ads. It's one thing, and it's out the door.
Yeah, easy. Dorn wants to know, what's your response when somebody says direct mail doesn't work?
I just asked them what makes them think that, you know, did something happen? Did you try it before you had bad results? I'm very good at handling objections. And the simple answer is to just keep asking them more questions, and you'll uncover the real problem that they have. You know, maybe they heard something bad or they tried something, and you can offer a different solution. Oh, that might have been why, because you sent them to or maybe they believe the carrier threw them out, or the company didn't actually mail them. There's some kind of thing that they had a problem with, and you just give them a different option, if that makes sense. I don't fight too hard with people, but keep asking them questions. Where you just get them to keep talking.
Questions.
The problem? Yeah. It's no different than someone saying SEO doesn't work, websites don't work. You got to ask them why. Did they have a bad experience? Did something happen? Make a villain out of someone, you know, oh, that freaking client, that agency. I know that guy. He's he's no good.
Yeah. Well, you know, what was really interesting a couple of weeks ago, I got this in my mailbox here in Vegas. And then I looked at the company that's doing it, and they're in our Facebook community.
Oh, really?
It's 2 guys in our Facebook community. I messaged them. I was like, hey, I got your mailer.
Wow.
We're like, awesome.
Wait, Carrie, remember when we had that freaking guy with that stupid card? We had some idiot here put out one of these cards, came in the mailbox, and then I found out that a friend of mine helped them with it. I was so pissed, but that thing didn't pan out very, very long for him. But yeah,
that's great.
He was trying to take over some of your turf, huh?
Yeah, that doesn't happen. That's happened a couple times, but not for very long. No. I'll go in. I'll do stuff like someone does something like that, because it's happened over a few years. I'll go to the ads that I see on the card, and I'll just go in and I'll give them an ad for $100 or something. You know, I'll take a loss on it just to get them off that other one's card and stuff, and just watch them just never do it again. You know,
that's great. That's legendary.
Well, at least you're not competitive. That's good.
Yeah. At all.
At least you're not competitive.
I get a kick out of it.
Yeah. Bill wanted to know, what's the average price for a solo mailer campaign?
Yeah. So the prices, they've got the post office just raised prices, although they lowered EDDM. It's really weird. So that's kind of a nice thing. But postage, if you send EDDM, it's different than if you send to a list. So these are 2 different kinds of mailings. But on average, wait, what did he ask? The price or the profit or what?
Yeah, like what's the typical price for a solo mail campaign?
So solo mail campaign on average, 50 cents to $1, somewhere in there that I charge. 50 cents to $1
per piece. 50 cents to $1 per piece.
And of course, there's so many variables. There's the size of the card, how many it's going to. Is it going to a list? Is it going to EDM? But it falls in that 50 cent to $1 range. I find that business owners generally think direct mail falls into that category. That fits exactly. If you told them it's 50 cents a piece or if you told them it's $1, most people will believe that's what they have in their mind. So it works.
Okay, so that's like a good pricing for you.
And the actual cost is usually around 35 to maybe 60 cents. So you're usually getting somewhere between like a 30 to 50% profit margin.
I mean, that's pretty good, especially when you realize that you're not really doing much. Like,
no, you're not doing that. No.
Yeah. You're not really doing design. You're not doing
there's no, oh God, it's over and done with. You know, it's out, it's done, it's great. Yeah, and do another one, do another one, do another one.
Yeah, I see some people asking about templates. So one thing is, I don't really know what template you're talking about, but I want to take a minute here to just sort of talk about one of the reasons we have Jake on the show. And that's because a few weeks ago, Jake released a course on doing these solo mailings. And then he released a couple of little upgrade documents to it. And we thought those are really good, right? So we reached out to Jake. We were like, hey, would you be willing to do something special for us? Would you be willing to like pack it? Like you sold them all individually, right?
I did individually. Yeah.
We got Jake to package them together just for our community to do it at a really special price, a really great price. Yeah. And he also threw in some great bonuses that you can't find anywhere else. So we have a really great little package that kind of covers all of this when it comes to the postcards and the solo mailings. It's 45 minutes to postcard profits. I'm going to share a link with you guys here in a minute so you can go check this out. But I just wanted to go over kind of some of the stuff, what's included. Are there templates included in the course?
Did we include actual templates or did we put no, we show them how to use. I'm sorry. It's just Carrie, my assistant, does a lot of the technical work for me. I show you how to do it very easy. And the whole point of the guide is 45 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to be a pro. And that covers design. That covers how to make designs really, really fast.
Less than an hour.
No matter your skill level. And in 45 minutes, you are going to be out there selling solo mail campaigns. And you are probably going to get some results this weekend. That's how confident I am. So that's the you don't got to worry about design. It's included.
Yep. Awesome. Well, that's the main course. So Jake covers all that stuff. A couple of the things he threw in just for us and for you guys, when you grab 45-minute solo seller through our link, you get a couple things. One, this first bonus is something of mine. This is something that I used when I did the postcards, and that is I wanted to know like all the best offers for different types of businesses, so that if I had a business like a car wash, I would know what offers work best. So I have a little book where I've accumulated all of those best. So it's like an A to Z, every business niche, or most of the ones that you can think of, and the offers that work best for each of those industries. So if you're trying to think like, well, what kind of offer would I put on a solo mail or something like that? This offer Bible, as we call it, is where you could go to look and see what's working traditionally in for those specific types of businesses. And then the rest of these bonuses are actually things that Jake put together. So one is what Bill was referenced, is how to get Uncle Sam to send you clients. Another one is the evergreen hot leads. So this is like a secret place to find people that are looking for this, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And we're not going to give away the secret. We're not going to give away
Hey, I want to give away something if you guys are okay with it.
Yeah.
I gotta find it. Just give me a minute. I gotta go.
Okay, I'll go through this and then we'll do that. And so then there's the Bob Ross guide to getting other people to do all the work. Nick and I are big on outsourcing, so you can check this out. But you get all of these bonuses. It's just under $800 in bonuses. You get them all for free when you buy through our link. And by the way, this isn't. You cannot find this offer anywhere else. Like we asked Jake to put this together specifically for us. The price is it's really great, and it's a really great price. I know you guys will love it. I'm gonna share the link here at the bottom. Hold on one second, so you guys can go check this out. Yeah, and then Jake's got something to give away as well. And then when you click this button, let me show you just what you're actually getting. Oh, look at that. There's Jake. But if you scroll down, you get all 3 editions of the 45-minute solo mailer. So this is the first one. This is the companion course, and you get the indispensable postcard reference manual. So you get all 3 of these in addition to all the bonuses and everything that I just talked about. So it's a really great deal. It's an awesome offer. You can find it at offlinesharks.com/solo sailor. And then Nick, just so you know, I've totally forgot that I'm being interviewed for a podcast at 1. So I have to hop off of here like right at 1. It just, I was like, oh my God, is it like at 1 o'clock? What the heck?
What is that?
Anyway, so I have to go like right when we in the live, but that being said, this is a great offer. You guys should check it out.
Can I tell you what I want to give away before you go here, Tom?
Okay. No, yeah, I'm not leaving right now. I just giving Nick a heads up.
Wait, I gotta show you.
Is it for me? Do I get to keep it?
I got two funny things I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Wait, does anybody know what he's gonna give away? Can we get some guesses?
No one knows.
Can we get
one knows.
No one knows. We're not gonna be able to like give away.
You're gonna have
money
to
for someone that gets it right.
But you're gonna have to figure out how to pick the winners.
We got an easy way to do that.
Okay, so here's what I want to do, and then I got to show everyone 2 funny things. But I want to give away. So if anyone picks up this bundle through your, they go to your link, they get this bundle. Because I packaged it all up nice for you guys, and you guys have all these bonuses. I want to give away 4.
4. That's this many.
You're gonna have to figure out how to pick the winners. 4 people who have gotten this bundle that we put together. I want to give them, I'll mail them physical, my local marketing masterclass. This booklet that's got yeah. So I would like to give 4 of them away. I've never given them away before, just the booklets. It's really good. It's like my best stuff. But I'll give away 4 of them. So if you can just pick out, I don't know, we got a contest or something, whatever you want to do. But I'm willing to give 4 of your people that. If they pick it up,
we will do that.
Yeah.
If you've already picked up this, let's do this.
And they're in the running too. They're in the running too. Yeah. I'd like to
let us know in the chat of this live stream if you've already picked it up. Just say I've already bought it. We're going to confirm, so you can't just say, "Hey, I already bought it." So to try to win this. But just for the record, you know that book that you put together. I mean, I don't think I've seen that exact one, but I have seen some other ones that you've put together like that. And they are pretty legendary. Like
really good.
The information and the things that you share, Jake, they really are from just having an actual agency with what you're doing. Like I've got stuff in my office that I've bought because of what you have in your office, and you've told and you've recommended in these books and these things that you shared. And like my printer, I used to buy a new printer every year until I got the one that you recommended, and I've never bought a new printer ever since.
Yeah, it's that little stuff. Right? No, I hear you. Yeah,
it matters. It does matter, and you have so many good little golden nuggets. I guarantee you, if you pick up this course, the solo seller course, and you get that book, you're one of those winners. I mean, you're gonna be stoked. Trust me, because there's a lot of value in what he does. You know what else we should do at some point? We might want to give away some like small business rescue squad gear, because I don't know if people really know.
Yeah. And I don't know if you want to
we do those with Jake. So Jake does all the printing and delivery of the Small Business Rescue Squad. That's his brand. Yeah. He's kind enough to let us sell it.
Give one a t-shirt now if you want to give someone in the comments now. But I got to show you I got to show you 2 funny things.
Now David wants to know what printer you bought, Nick.
Yeah. I'm no joke. Never had to buy a printer again.
What's up, David? David's like, wait, what? What printer is that?
I have 4 of them. And some of these are like 7 years old. They're the Brother LZ 2700 or something. I mean, these things print a gazillion pages.
Write it down. Brother.
Forever. Yeah, but what's the carry?
LZ.
What's that say on the bottom?
The thing is, like buying a printer is just like the bane of my existence. You know, you buy an HP every other year, you know, laser, blah blah blah. But this one, and it's not even expensive. It's affordable, very affordable, crazy.
No, it's right on the thing.
But you can't, Jake.
Come on, Carrie, get it together.
Jake,
I know.
How many mailers do you do a month?
Oh God. You freaking, I don't, how many things do I print a month? Like mailers for people? Oh my God.
No, I mean like for clients. Like how many clients are you servicing like regularly a month?
3, it probably average like 3 a day. So 7 days a week. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, okay. Well, here, look, I clients all over, prospecting all over, networking all over, all over. This is like, here's a recent one. It's crazy stuff you don't even think of. Like this is a 9x12. This is for, this guy has a garage at this Steamboat, Colorado airport. And so we send it to a targeted list of people, really wealthy people, and they can get off their plane in Steamboat, Colorado and have their car waiting for them in the garage. You can lease the garage thing. Like
I was just looking for something like that out here in Washington.
There you go. And he's got 2 more in other places too we're doing. But this is the one that
that's such a good idea.
Yeah. So we use a targeted list for this. You know, we pick exactly the type of people who have like a second home in Steamboat, and they're likely, and this is our second mailing. The first one did really well. So this is the second one. And then you have like, this is another funny thing. I love this one. This guy, he has this restaurant in Baltimore. I don't know if the camera will pick this up. There's a million spelling error. This menu doesn't even make sense. Nothing's spelled right. But he doesn't care. So we did. Do we do 10 or 15,000 of these? He's like, just send it out. My favorite is the combo 3. I don't know if you can see this. Chunks of juice is on the menu. Chunks of juice. You can buy chunks of juice for $22. There's so many every single thing is spelled wrong. Juice. Chicken is spelled. Let me see if it'll focus on it. Chicken.
Oh yeah.
Chicken. I mean, every single thing is spelled wrong. But my point is, people don't care. Like direct mail, like it's the easiest thing. They're not nitpicky about things. It's like, just send it. Here's $5,000. Send it out. This happens all the time. Yeah. And I don't got to worry about the website breaking or something. It's just sent out, done. That's what I love about direct mail. It's easy.
Nick, are you going to be able to handle the shout-outs?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the shout outs, then I kind of got to go too. So, okay. Jake, can you help me with this, man? Let me.
Yeah. Well, you got to go.
Shout outs for some people.
I can't see anyone. I can't see the comments, so I don't know.
No, not the comments. I'm gonna share my screen.
I can see everyone. I didn't know that. I had to hit the
you
comments.
can see their questions and stuff.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, Nick is finding the shout outs and pulling them up. I'll tell you guys something else. Jake also used to be a magician.
Yeah.
Jake did a lot of card tricks.
Tom, I don't know if I'm be able to do the comments.
Deceptions here.
Okay, here, look. Let me do these real quick because then I got to jump off and do the podcast. So that's why I was asking before I left. So here we go.
Let's do it.
I got 4 minutes, so it's going to be rapid fire, people. Rapid fire shout outs. Jake, here we go. Our first shark shout out goes to Akin. He sold a coming soon page to a Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise, $450 plus $100 a month hosting. JT Truesdell added a Rep Kahuna review pop client on a barter deal. A 360-degree photography company will do a video of his choosing plus referral testimonial. JT's been crushing it. Jerry Wright, brand new RM member from the UK, closed his landscaper on a new website using the home services jackpot theme. So 1,500 pounds, that's $1,800 US. A shark shout out to Jill Ashton. She sold 3 new websites, a plumber for $850, a solicitor for $850, plus $700 for a website for 2 midwives. Now there's a niche for you. A total of $2,895. No surprise that Jill did that. If you guys saw my post in the Facebook group about what she was planning to do for prospecting, you will not be surprised by these results because she did the work. Jeremy sold $3,000 in website services while hanging out at the bar. That's great. $1,200 monthly recurring, which includes social media marketing packages. I love it. While hanging out at the bar. Bill Stanley, so 4 project management contracts, 2 times 1,000 plus 2 times 2,500. Jake Meyer, new social media management client, $399 a month. Scott Meisner, we just talked about Scott.
Yeah.
He sold a social media management posting for a client, $99 a month. He's doing a handwritten envelope campaign for a client, $800 in revenue, and 2 postcards have brought in $13,800 in revenue so far. 2 postcards, $13,800 in revenue. That's great. That's awesome. And then Dan Lesser, new website, $750, $900 US for an air conditioning client he did some work for previously. And what happened there? For those of you, hold on, let me fix that. For those of you, where did it go? Okay, so there's Jake.
We got more
Dan.
shout-outs.
Yep. Then we got Oliver Laka, $350 to transfer some e-learning modules, $400 for just moving a 260 from an old member area into a new one, €250 for a Google GMB setup, and $299 review pop. A grand total of $1,330. That's awesome. Taylor Stillman, the SIF local marketer, $1,000 retainer from a new client. Remember that we said that last week, the Jedi or the Sith?
Yeah.
$500 consultation to pick his brain. Sandy Alexander, $150 for social media page creation. That's awesome.
Nice.
For those of you keeping track, that brings the grand total from just last week, to $34,873. And our grand total since the start of 2022. People in this group have closed a total of $806,166. We are so close to $1 million. We are going to hit $1 million before the end of the year. That's all because of you guys out there taking action. So congratulations. Great work, everybody.
Wow.
I mean, that awesome or what?
Man, we're getting super close. We're getting, and you know what's funny is, you're starting to say that like $200,000, like we're so close. We're like $200,000 away.
I know,
your measuring stick is broken because you know how successful people are in this group and community.
Yeah. I know we're gonna get there. Hey, listen, guys, I gotta hop off because I gotta be on this podcast interview. But Jake, I appreciate you being here. I'll talk to you soon, buddy, and I'll talk to you later today, Nick.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay,
It's really good being here.
We'll close it down.
Good seeing you.
Okay, so now that Tom's gone, let's talk about the secret squirrel stuff.
Talk about him. That jerk.
Yeah, let's talk about Tom. Yeah, he's a bully. He just bullies me around all the time. Anyway, so let's see. We got one more thing to do, Jake, before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Which is we do have to give away some Cash App money because we like to do that.
Oh wow.
Every single time. And so let's see. Here we go.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
We got the whole crew cracking up back there. Do they love it? Carrie, what do you think? This is the Internet Marketing Live Show.
Oh my God, if the other two, I got 2 other assistants in the back. If they heard that, they would have been laughing so much.
Yeah. Well, every live stream, we do give a little bit of Cash App money away. And so for those of you that are familiar with our live stream, you got to show up to the live stream. When we do our shout outs, we make a post in the Facebook group. If you just go to that post, congratulate the people that have taken action over the last week, which, I mean, a lot of action has been taken. I think it was like $30,000 in revenue generated out of this group, just in the stuff that we know about. Like, that's a lot. And so if you went to that post at the beginning of the stream and wished them a congratulations or gave them a comment or feedback, we picked 2 winners at the end of the stream to send some Cash App money to. And so the 2 winners this week are Marvin Drobes and Doug Page. Boom. Congrats. Wow. Congrats, you 2.
That money.
And yep.
That
and so, yeah, man, Jake, I appreciate you being on here. We're going to keep promoting the solo seller for a few more days. And so if any of you that are on this stream, you have any questions for Jake, you can continue to post them on the stream. We'll try to make sure we get a response to those questions. But yeah, I mean, you've heard it, you've heard it from Tom, you've heard it from me, you've heard it from Jake, and you've seen it in our community. A lot of people have a lot of success with all the stuff that Jake does, ourselves included. I mean, I remember for a long time, there were times where we were like having to put out direct mail because we were like, we needed to generate cash and we wanted to generate cash quickly. And we were like, let's do a mailer. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. It's like a secret weapon, and for
God.
No, I was just going to say, and that's how a lot of people are with it, because they know it works. It works really, really, really well. And so if you're somebody that may have been struggling to get the digital side of things, because there are people that have different skill sets, right? Some people are super techie. Great. Maybe digital's better for you. Other people are not. Maybe you're good at talking to people. Yeah. Well, if you're just good at talking to people, or maybe you're not good at talking to people and you're good at just showing them what a piece of direct mail can do, I mean, that can work too. So,
and that can help you sell whatever you want to sell. Like, it may be easier for you to sell direct mail, and then you can sell your reputation or whatever you're going to sell once you have that credibility and that trust.
And a few clients that are already working with you for this small little microservice, Yeah, exactly. So go to offlinesharks.com/solo seller. We've got a great bonus package that we put together. My favorite bonus in that package, everybody, is the Bible of offers. I use that thing all the time to get ideas, not only for the print mail, but also for our paid ad clients. We take, anytime we get a new client and we're looking to run ads for them, we'll just look at that thing and find a really good offer, and then we'll put it in our ad copy, and maybe we'll adjust it a little bit, but it eliminates the thinking. So, I mean, that thing by itself, the thinking, that thing by itself is worth its weight.
I can't give but like in the course bundle, the 45-minute kit, I have a list in there of all the, so if they get this through your bundle, they get this with it. It's a list of all the different things you can pull up lists for. So if you will always have it on hand, like you can pull up lists of people's ages, their ages, sexes, their household incomes, all the stuff that you will be able to look up. So you have it as a reference really quick. Eliminates the thinking.
Yeah, and anytime you can do that, I mean, that's going to help you with your business massively. And so remember, everybody, we're going to be giving away, was it 4 or 5?
I'm going to give 4. 4 of those booklets. I'll mail them in the mail. I don't care where they are, where they live. We just got to figure out how to give them away. But 4 of the people,
we'll give them away. So the way that we're going to do it is, if you have purchased the solo seller or are going to purchase it before Monday, I think is when we're closing it, then you will be entered to win one of those booklets as well. So, you pick this thing up, offlinesharks.com/solo seller. It's a no-brainer. I mean, I think what everybody would call a irresistible offer. Go there now. I see a lot of you have already bought it. Jake, I appreciate you hanging out, man. It's been a lot of fun. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Okay. Yeah, it was great talking with you. All right, guys.
All right, everybody. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Talk to you all soon.
You've been listening to the Sharks Live Show, your weekly marketing jam session. Always bringing you the latest strategies and tactics to build your remote business from anywhere in the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. You can stay up to date throughout the week with Nick's YouTube videos at nickponte.com/YouTube and Tom's podcast at tomgaddis.com. We'll be back here next Friday for another Sharks Live Show. Until then, aloha.